Hey everybody, my name is SPAZ and I'm a CD junkie. In this episode of CD Junkie, I'm going to be talking about a great pop duo by the name of Right Said Fred. Egad, you might say. Right Said Fred? You mean the band that does I'm Too Sexy? Well, yes, the band that does I'm Too Sexy. But basing your opinion on Right Said Fred's entire catalog just on I'm Too Sexy is similar to basing your opinion of the Beatles catalog based on Yellow Submarine. They are catchy songs. They appeal to a wide demographic from children to adults, but they do not define the band. And right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to talk about each of the albums real quickly. And at the very end of this video, I have a 3-minute soundbite that contains snippets of 15 different Right Said Fred songs. So you will know that they are far more than I'm Too Sexy. And yes, I am a huge fan of Right Said Fred. Now, Right Said Fred is actually Richard Fairbrass and Fred Fairbrass. They were actually part of a band called The Actors back in the late 70s. And Richard went on to play bass with Boy George, Mick Jagger, David Bowie. Fred has played with Bob Dylan. But then they finally combined their talents into a new band called Right Said Fred with the addition of guitarist Rob Manzoli. Now, their first album came out in 1992. This is the album that has I'm Too Sexy on it. It's also got other great songs like Love for All Seasons, Swan, Don't Talk Just Kiss, Upon My Heart. The thing about this album is it was not just a bunch of rewrites of I'm Too Sexy. And that's the great thing about Right Said Fred. They've never gone back and rewritten I'm Too Sexy. They've always focused on writing great pop songs in a variety of styles. And the thing about this album is you're going to get I'm Too Sexy, which everybody knows. Don't Talk Just Kiss, which is a callback to late 70s disco. But then you get something like Deeply Dippy, which was a #1 hit in England. And that's basically acoustic guitars and horns are the main instruments. And of course, Richard's vocals. And it's just punchy, brassy, wonderful pop, and entirely different than what you'd expect. But 1992 was the album Up. 1993 gave us Sex and Travel. This was not a rewrite of the album Up. This is them honing their craft, and of course, a lot of great songs came out for this album as well, including Hands Up for Lovers, She's My Missus, Rocket Town, I Ain't Stupid, Wonder Man. Lots of great stuff on this. That was 1993. 1996 gave us the album Smashing. They had left the label they were originally with and put out this album, another fine collection of great variety of songs. Like I said, just straightforward, great pop melodies, but you're going to find them in surrounded by disco beats or rock or pop, just all over the map. But this album has Everybody Loves Me, Big Time, a great cover of Ruby, Don't Take Your Love to Town. Living on a Dream is a great song. Favorite Thrill. This is a great album. Again, third great album in a row. Like I said, they experiment and they try so many different styles. But this is the last album with Rob, and it wouldn't be another 5 years until they came out with Fredhead. And it's just Richard and Fred right there. And this here is more housey, techno, electro pop, but it's just fantastic. You're My Mate, Mojive, Sun Changes Everything, Insatiable You, Love Song, lots of great songs on that album. And although this remains in that sort of house, dancey, techno, electro pop style, similar to, let's say, the Pet Shop Boys, they still try different things. Like Sun Changes Everything has these kind of really rich Beach Boys harmonies going on, and they're definitely focused, but also stretching their musical muscle at the same time. And in 2002, out comes Stand Up. This is another fine collection of electro pop songs that take you down different avenues. Again, they focus on the melody. Melody is always first, the beats or the style come second. This album features a song called Stand Up for the Champions, which has become a sports anthem in Germany and in other parts of Europe. But also Bombay Moon, I Love You But I Don't Like You, Summertime Fools, another great song. Stellar album, great melodies, great hooks, harmonies. Took another 4 years, and out comes the album For Sale. This was a revelation in my book because they moved beyond the electro pop of the previous two albums, and they tackled so much stuff on here. Yes, there's electro pop in there, but there's also straightforward guitar pop, like the songs Cry and Obvious. Power pop bands would kill to have songs as hook-filled as those. But you've also got things like I Love My Car, Play On. They do a cover version of Where Do You Go To My Lovely, which was a single. And Sweet Wonderful You is fantastic, great pop. Jumpstart, stellar album. Right Said Fred, For Sale. This is really an album that showcases the many facets of the band, but concentrates always on melodies, pop, hooks. Just wonderful, fantastic. 2 years later, out comes I'm a Celebrity. Mine is autographed there. Thanks, Richard and Fred. And this is another fine collection of songs. Probably less diverse than For Sale, but still, you've got the song I'm a Celebrity. You've got the song Melanie, which is just one of the most glorious pop songs. Just this great hook. Like I said, power pop bands would kill to have a song like that. And then This Love and Yellow Metal Car. Infected is real fun. And that's I'm a Celebrity. That was 2008. Now in 2011, they released an album called Stop the World, which at the time I thought was only digital. But then I found out much later that they released a DVD that included a CD version of the Stop the World album. But by the time I found out about that DVD including a CD, the price had just gone way through the roof. So I've been searching online and I finally found a preview copy of Stop the World, which I'm very happy to have on CD. One thing I failed to mention earlier is Right Said Fred never really take themselves too seriously. They do have a really good sense of humor, and that comes out in lyrics. Like there's a song on this album called Julianne, which rhymes Samson and Delilah with apple of my eye. I think that's kind of humorous. But this has, other great songs. Raining in England. This has a different version of Obvious. They re-recorded it with like a new little keyboard riff. Still a great pop song. Trouble with Love. Two White Boys. This is all over the map. Stylistically, which is fantastic. I love when a band just keeps changing things up. It's got all the classic staples of Right Said Fred. It's got the disco influence, the rock influence, the classic 60s pop influence. It's got melodies, tunes, etc. Stop the World came out in 2011. Took another 6 years, but out comes the album Exactly, which is another fine collection of songs. Me and You, great. A Silicon Journey's great. They re-record Raining in England as the last song on the album. Snap number 1, My Reverie. Oh my gosh, it's just brilliant. It's moody and melodic, almost Pink Floyd influenced. It's just beautiful and wonderful and fantastic. And then Sweet Treats was a single, Only When We La La Love. It's just another fine collection of songs. Now that is actually it with their studio output. They've done a lot of collaborations. They've released a lot of singles. And there's a couple different compilations out. This is the one that I'm going to focus on. It's called Hits. And what this is it has hits spanning their entire career, of course, but it's also got 2 new songs, one of which, Right on the Kisser, is a great song. But this does have I'm Too Sexy and all their biggest hits. That is it. Now, I do have in my collection probably 20 or 30 different Right Said Fred CD singles. I'm not going to show them to y'all now. It seemed like every single they either re-recorded or remixed, so there's a lot of exclusives that are only on the CD singles. I'm just going to show you a few of them. Here's a non-album track called We Are the Freds. You can find that on the Hits collection. Then there's actually, they did another version of the song, and they changed the lyrics to We Are the Champs. And there's a 3-inch CD single version of that. They did a great cover version of a Madness song called The Wizard, and they did it as a duet with Doris Dubinsky for a movie soundtrack, and that's a great song. And then finally, here's a non-album track that doesn't appear really anywhere else except a single, Dance, 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 Under the Moon. I don't think that they're fond of that single, but hey, I'm a completist, and like I said, I've got probably 30 different Right Said Fred singles. Right Said Fred has won numerous awards, multiple BMI awards, and awards all over the world. They've sold millions of records, and if you only know them by I'm Too Sexy, you really need to check them out. Anyway, stay tuned right now for 3 minutes of great Right Said Fred music, snippets of 15 songs, put it together for your pleasure. So until the next time we meet, my name is SPAZ. and I'm a CD junkie.
I'm too sexy for my love, too sexy for my love, love's going to leave me. Oh, my love, I can't make head nor tail of passion. Oh, my, she's what you need, drifting slowly out to sea. She's what you need. Oh, yeah, she takes me on a silicon journey. If you can find me, that's where I'll be. Oh yeah, it'll be summer all year long. It'll be all my favorite songs. It'll be obvious. Slip off the tongue, she's so soothing. I could be arrested for the way I'm moving. Lipstick on, she puts her lipstick on. Flick of the wrist, slow. The sun changes everything. You feel good, you're warm again. The sun changes everything. We laugh and we laugh and we laugh. Julianne, Julianne, you're my Samson and Delilah. Julianne, Julianne, you're the apple of my eye. You're my only weakness, Julianne. Don't talk, just kiss. We're beyond words and sound. Don't talk, just kiss. We are the friends. We are, we are, we are. We are the friends. We are. Would you take us home to meet your mom and pa? We are the friends. Hey, hey, hey. Gimme, gimme, gimme more chai. Hey, hey, hey. Gimme, gimme, gimme more chai. Hey, hey, hey. Every day I think I'm gonna snap. Every day I think I'm gonna snap. 'Cause you're my mate, and I will stand by you. You're my mate, and I will stand by you. And in the face of things that could hurt you, I'm living on a dream, or so it seems. Sometimes living on a dream, no milk, just cream. I cry all I want, but you're not coming back to me. I could cry all I want, but you're not coming back to me. Stand up, for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, for the champions, for the champions. Stand